Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
After a soggy Thursday, most of this rain is rolling out, but with the drought situation getting even worse, how much longer are we going to have to wait to get another shot?
Postal problems? I've heard from so many of you in the city and the suburbs who are wondering, where is your mail? You are not alone. Tonight, we are working to get answers for you. Help Me Hank, live.
Okay, Hank, and he'll soon be a free man. Bobby Ferguson is set to be released from federal prison, and Kwame Kilpatrick's commutation from President Trump played a role in it.
All coming up, but we're going to begin with a major change in COVID policy from Governor Whitmer. She now says restrictions are going to be directly tied to vaccine rates. Good to have you with us today at 5. The governor says moving forward, there will be 4 major vaccination rate milestones.
Let's take you step by step through those milestones. And it's important to note here, the rate you see is the percentage of adults who've received at least 1 dose. At 55%, in-person work will resume. Then at 60%, capacity limits at stadiums and banquet halls will increase to 25%. Also, gyms will be allowed to increase capacity to 50%. And the curfew for restaurants and bars will also be lifted.
At a 65% vaccination rate, indoor capacity limits will be lifted with only social distancing measures left in place. 70% is the big one. That's when the state would lift the mask mandate and the other major restrictions that would still be in place.
As of today, 49.6% of Michiganders have had at least 1 vaccine dose, and progress has slowed.
Well, Grant Herms has been getting reaction from restaurant owners, and what they have to say about these new guidelines might surprise you.
Yeah, but we want to start with Rod Maloney and what health experts along with Lansing lawmakers have to say about this. It's a sweeping change, Rod.
Yeah, and it's a result of what I've been calling the Lansing logjam. It appears to have broken, the governor admitting today that this is a collaborative effort with legislative leadership, and it's one that is getting high marks in some high places.
And it's an opportunity for us to all join arms and to make sure that we get to this goal. Now, it is dependent on people, though, of course, just like everything the last 15 months. It's dependent on Michiganders availing themselves of these incredibly important vaccines.
The governor today linking Michigan's reopening to vaccination rates using metrics, something she'd previously said she would not do, needing flexibility. Now, with vaccine availability outstripping demand, that's changing.
I'm really excited about what I see.
University of Michigan Chief Medical Officer and infectious disease physician Dr. Preeti Malani believes vaccinations are the right answer to move Michigan back to normalcy, and attaching metrics makes perfect sense.
Getting back has been a lot harder, and to me, the governor's plan really accounts for some of that difficulty in getting back, and getting back is much more of a dial. It's not a switch.
The governor acknowledged today she worked with the Republican legislative leadership, which has long pushed for specifics as to how all this ends.
This product represents some of the best of the work that we have been able to do together.
Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey put out a statement about the governor's new plan. Quote, "It took 400 days too long for the governor to be straightforward about how she will navigate this disease. By the way, I now know what the governor's definition is of a good faith effort," end quote. So at this point, 70% means that 5.7 million Michiganders, just under that number, would have to be fully vaccinated. That is, you get your 2 vaccines and then wait 2 more weeks. And that's the one that everybody is looking forward to. Back to you.
So, Rod, do we know how long does the governor think it will take for us to get there?
Well, let's take a look at the reality here on the ground. Right now, 37.2% are fully vaccinated, right? The 49.6% are having 1 dose. So she figures we'll get to 55% in about 10 to 14 days. And she, like the president, is hoping that we can have a regular 4th of July.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, Rod. We appreciate it. Michigan restaurants have been put through the ringer throughout this pandemic, so we want to get a sense of how they feel about this new vaccination-based reopening plan.
So for that part of the story, we bring in Grant Herms live downtown. Grant, the industry as a whole has seen these rules change several times throughout this odyssey.
And that has made for a lot of anxiety, frustration, and at times animosity. But today, the restaurants like the one here behind me say they're approaching this with some cautious optimism, hoping that their bars and dining rooms could soon look like they did more than a year ago.
At Vicente's Cuban Cuisine in downtown Detroit, General Manager Shanna Macheski is anxious.
Well, it's been really hard. Like, we want to bring our salsa nights back. We want to serve people, and we love this business.
According to the governor's plan, around 60% in 2 weeks of vaccination, the curfew around restaurants can be lifted. And at 65% in 2 weeks, all indoor restrictions can be lifted. A day Shanna is hoping happens soon.
It's just another pivot, you know what I mean? Like, just another hurdle we got to get to. So it's frustrating because we're all ready to just go back to normal.
I think we're all starting to move on in one direction in the same page going forward, and that's a good sign for all of us.
Justin Winslow is the president and CEO of the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association, which has at times been at odds with the Whitmer administration's COVID restrictions. He says the association has been working with the governor's office and is happy with the new plan.
I think I'm actually appreciative that there's more carrot and less stick, right? That this is an opportunity that says there are great things ahead of you. You need to do your part to make a better society, a better environment, a safer environment for all of us.
Something Shanna said a bit differently.
Get vaccinated, because the quicker we all do it, the quicker we can all get back to normal. So if that's going to be 65%, hurry up, everybody.
Now, the reopening plan also comes just ahead of wedding season, something the MRLA was quick to point out. They said those larger event spaces and venues have also suffered during this pandemic, even though they haven't gotten as much attention. Devin?
So, Grant, these restaurants have been hit so hard. They now have these guidelines in front of them, which I think they've wanted, some more clearly delineated markers to hit. But now they have to worry about whether the pace of this is too slow, right?
Absolutely. They're very concerned about that. They're really hoping that people get vaccinated quickly, because a lot of these restaurants, even with the help of state and federal dollars, may never reopen. They're also hoping that people get vaccinated so that their staff can come back to work safely, because the longer they stay out of the workforce, the longer those restaurants could remain a little more empty than they want to be.
You got it. All right, Grant. Let's take a look now at today's coronavirus numbers. They are continuing to improve. 3,623 new cases confirmed over the past 24 hours, down from yesterday's numbers, but 109 more deaths have been reported over that same one-day period.
Now take a look at the state's vaccination numbers. As we told you off the top, 49.6% of Michigan adults have had at least one dose. A total of 9 million doses have been delivered here to Michigan. 6.8 million shots have gone into arms. And if you want to go back and check out the details of the governor's new plan, we've posted all of it and a whole lot of takeaways right on the homepage. Just go to our website and click on Detroit.com.
All right, let's get to the weather. We've been watching the rain moving through all day on Storm Tracker 4. We've needed the rain, frankly, so I guess we have to take a dreary day to get it.
Let's get over to Ben to see how long it's going to last. Hi, Ben.
Hi, guys. Better Thursday than the weekend, right? If we can squeeze it in. But we still have some showers, at least for about half the area. West zone is starting to dry out as part of the north zone. And even behind that rain, even though the drops have stopped there, Flint and Howell, even back towards Lansing and Jackson, still reporting overcast conditions. So it doesn't look like we're going to get that late push of sunshine that we saw in the last 2 days that really sort of spiked those temperatures. And boy, what a difference. 56 right now at Metro Airport. Those numbers woefully cooler than what we were staring at yesterday, right around 80 degrees. So we will stay in the 50s through the evening hours, sink to the 40s overnight, but the coldest spot in the forecast is going to be Saturday morning. Get ready for sub-freezing starts going into the weekend. We'll see how quick we recover, and more rain on the way in just a few minutes, guys.
Yeah. Okay, Ben. Well, he's only served 8 of his 21-year prison sentence, but soon Bobby Ferguson will be a free man.
Yeah, federal judge shortened Ferguson's sentence today, setting him up to be released on compassionate grounds. We bring in Jason Colthorpe. His friend and co-conspirator Kwame Kilpatrick had his sentence, of course, commuted by President Trump. And Jason, that decision played a role in Ferguson's case.
It was the role, if you ask the experts, Devin, because those who read the opinion noted the judge barely touched on the COVID concerns made on behalf of Bobby Ferguson.
Bobby Ferguson's case for early release really gained credence with one of former President Donald Trump's last acts before leaving office.
Begin with breaking news. Former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick embracing family as a free man for the first time in more than 7 years.
It would be unfair to expect Mr. Ferguson to be subjected to a much lengthier prison sentence than Kwame Kilpatrick was.
Former federal prosecutor Keith Corbett believes the judge's decision is quite clear.
She thought with Kwame Kilpatrick's sentence being commuted, it was only fair to reduce the sentence imposed on Mr. Ferguson because he was a minion, to use a term they like to use a lot now, of Kwame Kilpatrick. And his ability to commit the crime came about because of Kilpatrick's. So I think if Mr. Kilpatrick was still locked up, it's quite likely Mr. Ferguson would still be locked up. She didn't seem to spend an inordinate amount of time discussing the health issue.
Ferguson was the contractor who benefited from the shady deals Kilpatrick helped land. He was sentenced to 21 years by this same judge who is now letting him out at least 10 years early.
They did 7.5 years in prison, which is not the most I've ever seen, but it's more than some white-collar criminals get.
Ferguson still owes Detroit Water and Sewerage $6.2 million. So now that he's out, the government could start going after that restitution. But getting it, as Corbett said today, don't bet the house on it. Kim?
Okay. Jason, thank you. Defender Sean Lay is working on a special report ahead here at 5. Sean.
Police departments quickly releasing body cam video when something happens. Detroit's chief says it's now almost a necessity.
Putting out the video was frankly the absolute right thing to do.
But he also says it's risky. We'll take you inside those decisions on Local 4.
All right, Sean, also graduating safely. From social distancing to vaccinations, what 2 local school districts are doing to bring back an important rite of passage. Hank.
Mail delivery slow in your neighborhood? You are not alone. So we reached out to the Postal Service to find out what's really going on. And the answer we got surprised even me. Help Me Hank live tonight.